Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Chefing It Up. It's your boy Brandon, and as you seen from the title, we are making beef enchiladas, Mexican rice, and refried beans. So let's get into it. In that pan, I have a fourth of a cup of oil, and to that I added a half of a medium onion, and we sauteed those for about 5 minutes or so. Then we added our minced garlic. That's a tablespoon of minced garlic, and we let that go for about 2 minutes. Not too long because you don't want the garlic to burn. So now I'm adding 2 pounds of ground beef. You can use whatever fat ratio that you want to use. You can use the leaner one. You can use the not so lean one. It's up to you. You can use ground pork. You can use ground chicken, ground turkey. You can use whatever ground meat of your choosing. To that, we are going to add our salt. All the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box below. We're adding some pepper, some cumin, and we're going to stir that up. Stir it up, stir it up. Oh, also, I wanted a little kick to this, so I added some habanero hot sauce. That's optional. And you can use whatever brand hot sauce you want to use if you so choose to put hot sauce in there. But that's very much an optional addition that I did, and it was good. So we're gonna mix that in, and we are gonna let that go and for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll stir it up again, and then we're gonna remove it from the heat and set that to the side while we work on our enchilada sauce. Now to our pot, I have a fourth of a cup of oil. To that, we are gonna add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and we are going to mix that in. This is making a roux. We are making a roux so that our sauce can thicken up. Once everything is incorporated, you're going to let that flour cook for about 2 to 3 minutes to cook that raw flour taste out, and then we're going to add our KNORRS chicken seasoning like I did there. Now, if you're using chicken stock, of course you wouldn't do that. You would just go to adding the chili powder. So I just added 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and we're gonna mix that in. And I'm on like a medium high heat, medium to medium high, and we're gonna mix that in until it's incorporated. And we let that. I mixed that for like a minute or 2 just to let those bring out the flavors of the chili powder and the KNORRS chicken seasoning. And then we're gonna add in our garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and that's it. We're gonna add that in, give that a mix. We also let that go for about a minute or so, not too long. You just want to let the flavors marry inside this roux. And yeah, so next we are going in with our 2 cups of water. Again, if you're using chicken stock, that'll be what you use right here. But I didn't have chicken stock, so I used water and the KNORRS chicken seasoning. So we're gonna mix that in slowly but surely, making sure you don't have any lumps, constantly whisking. Yeah, and if it's too thick for you, you can add another half a cup or fourth of a cup of water or chicken stock if you like a thinner sauce, but this was good for me. It was just enough too. It wasn't too much sauce. It wasn't not enough. It was great. So once that's done, we set that to the side. We remove it from the heat and set it to the side. Alright, so now it's time to build our enchiladas. Now I have flour tortillas, and I know that you're supposed to use corn tortillas. At least that's what I've been seeing when I was doing my research. But I really don't like corn tortillas a lot. So I use flour, and in there I have a heaping tablespoon, or like maybe a fourth of a cup of Mexican blend cheese, and maybe a fourth of a cup of beef. You can use more or less to your liking. And we're gonna just roll those up. Yeah, I showed you these 2, but then I did the other ones off camera. And yeah, These were good. I really outdid myself with these. Yes, I did. See, I thought I was making a burrito right there. Had to catch myself. But yeah. So after I made all of the enchiladas, I top it with the remaining ground beef that was in my pan. And then after that, we're gonna go in with some more of our Mexican blend cheese. I have a 16-ounce bag of Mexican blend cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want to use. You can grate it freshly if you want to, but this did perfect for me. So I used that. So I put maybe a half a cup of cheese on this layer. And then after that, we are going to pour our enchilada sauce all over these enchiladas. Looks so good. That's so delicious. So after all our enchilada sauce is on there, we are going to spread it out, make sure it's covering everything. And then we are going to top it with the remainder of our cheese. And then we're going to wrap it in foil. And then we are going to bake it in a preheated oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes covered and 10 minutes uncovered. And while that is in the oven, we are going to move on to our rice. In this pan, I have a fourth of a cup of oil and the other half of our medium onion. And we're going to saute those, not too long, maybe like 5 minutes. Then we're going to add in a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic. We're going to mix that in for about a minute or so. And then we are going to toast our long grain rice. You can use whatever rice that you want to use. I use jasmine rice. I'm not even quite sure if that's long grain rice. Don't kill me. But it's the rice that I had. And it worked perfectly. So I use jasmine rice, and you want to toast that until it has a nice lightly brown color. And then to that, you want to add your cumin and your pepper and your a tablespoon of KNORRS chicken seasoning. Again, I use KNORRS chicken seasoning because I don't have chicken stock, but I use garlic powder and onion powder also. But yeah, if you have chicken stock, you would not add the KNORRS chicken seasoning. You would just use chicken stock. And to that, we are going to add our chicken stock and tomato puree mixture. That's a half of a cup of tomato puree that I use. You can use tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes, whatever tomato substance that you may have on hand. And we mix that in with the stock, and then you pour it in. You bring it up to a slightly simmering, and you cover it. And you let that go for 20 minutes, and you do not touch it. Do not touch it. Don't remove the cover for anything. Next, we are going to start our refried beans. These are quick and easy. We brought those up to a simmer. We added some seasonings to those, which are completely optional. You can not do that, but you can keep it simple. I have the ingredients. I have the ingredients in the description box below. But again, those are optional, and you can do it to your taste buds. And we're going to take our masher. We're going to mash those beans up until they are to the consistency of your liking. And we let that go again for another like 5 minutes or so until it was thick enough for me. And that's it. We have now taken our enchiladas out of the oven. Do you see those? Do you see those? Oh my God, they were great. And now our rice is done. So after the 20 minutes on with the heat simmering, you turn off the heat and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes without removing the cover. And then you just stir it up. Fluff the rice, and this is your final product. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos if you care. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers. Yay! See ya. Bye.